What's up, guys? Hopefully everybody's doing well. It's July 2015. Crimson Wrestling Camp's looking really good. I got a bunch of pre-registers so far. It's my camp this summer. It's our 5th year doing it, so we're looking good on that. But aside from that, I wanted to basically make this main point of the video being why American-style wrestling is powerful and arguably one of the most powerful elements of mixed martial arts, and why you'll notice that a lot of the champions who have American style wrestling background do so well. Now there's a little bit of a difference because in American style wrestling, specifically collegiate college style, the rule set is different than you would find in Greco-Roman and freestyle. And I'll explain to you a little bit of the differences in a minute and why I think American style favors fighters. But if you look at the current list of champions, or the people that are at the top of the food chain right now, Chris Weidman, Cain Velasquez, TJ Dillashaw, a number of other guys that are really excellent. I mean, Chad Mendes is fighting for the interim title against Conor McGregor. That's going to be an interesting fight. I don't count McGregor out, but Mendes' wrestling is phenomenal, and he's a very, very powerful guy. And you look at some of the greats in mixed martial arts before that, Mark Coleman, Mark Kerr, Randy Couture, the list goes on. There's so many guys that come from an American-style wrestling background that went on to do great things in mixed martial arts. And I'll give you two of the main reasons why I think that is the case. First is a mental attitude. If you've ever been in a wrestling room, or specifically a college wrestling room, you'll see that these athletes that are there are on a very different level than what you would consider the average athlete. They have to work very, very hard. There's no kind of day off where they can, sit around and relax and do something and mess up on their diet, or everything counts. On their day off, if they're not diligent with their diet, they know it's going to affect them later on. Maybe their next match, maybe the next time they work out, whatever it is. You can't be lazy and be a good wrestler. It's very hard. So what happens is you get conditioned and you get sort of, I want to say, broken in a way into thinking that you need to keep working very, very hard. And it develops a very strong-willed attitude that if you talk to other wrestlers about, wrestlers that have some good success, they'll tell you the same. Like, wrestling, especially in season, it's not easy. It's not easy, and it's not particularly fun, but winning the match and getting that hand raise is quite possibly, it's on a different level when you talk about feeling good about things, So the first thing is their hard work ethic and their attitude, and almost that never say die kind of thing. That's really hard to get from other places. Now, you can from other, but in wrestling, I think it really sets them apart in a way from other athletes. Now, the second thing is, in international style wrestling, your Greco and your freestyle, when you're in the parterre position, which is the bottom position after you've been taken down or you start that way, the object is for you to just base out, not get turned. That's not the case in college-style wrestling, collegiate wrestling, folk-style, American-style wrestling. If you're on the bottom and you're not trying to actively get out, you'll get called for stalling and you can lose points and be penalized. So it's in your best interest to get out and get away or get a reversal. So that goes back to the mental attitude of having to keep moving forward and grinding through things. Now, if you're the guy on top, if you're in the riding position, same thing. You want to inflict the maximum amount of body weight and control and pressure on top of that person so they don't escape. And eventually that you can either turn them to the back or use strategy or whatever it is to keep the match in your favor. And that's, I think, is a big difference between folk style and international styles that I think favors the American fighters, because like I said before, this iron will sort of thing, and then when you pair that with having to work the whole time, not being able to take breaks, not being able to just simply lay there and be brought back up, if you're familiar with the international styles, it's big. It's very big. And when it translates into fighting, same thing. If you're on bottom, you're probably getting punched in MMA, or they're going to try to outposition you and finish you, right? So if you're on bottom and you're a wrestler, you got taken down somehow, or you got swept by a good jiu-jitsu guy, you got to get out of there. And that's when they fall back on that attitude. And if you speak to numerous people in other combat sports, a lot of them agree that wrestlers, very, very tough guys. And so, that's sort of my thesis on that. I think it's important to keep that in mind, and when you think about why wrestlers are important in the MMA scene, a lot of them are real tough. So keep an eye out for them. Stay on the mats. If you guys like watching my videos, thanks. Go ahead and subscribe, like, comment. If you even disagree with me, if you want to comment and disagree, that's fine. Go ahead, you can put it in the comment section. I'm not trying to take anything away from any other combat-oriented sports. Jiu-Jitsu, I'm a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I love Jiu-Jitsu. I take nothing away from that. Muay Thai, great, awesome stuff. If you think if it's better or worse or whatever it is, go ahead and leave it in the comment section. Remember, keep it respectful. All right, thanks for listening. And one last thing, big shout out to my buddy Greg Thompson. All right, he's always inboxing me and writing me some cool messages, so I wanted to give him a shout out. All right, so thanks a lot, guys. I'll talk to you soon. All right, see you later.